The Zevo likes to talk about life while he's shooting people in the face. The Zevo.
What is going on, everybody? It's Lazevo here, back with some more Black Ops 2. What am I doing playing this game again? I think that's what most of the people on my friends list were messaging me, like, when did you start playing this again? And I jumped on there the other day. I had some friends playing, and you know, I've always said, hey, I like to play with friends more than I like to play anything by myself, you know. That's why I don't usually get into games like Skyrim and Far Cry 3. Those are great games. I know they're awesome. People love them. They're just not my speed. I like to play with my boys and, you know, whatever. So I was jumping on here, and I remembered that I was going for my diamond camos on my assault rifle. So in this game, you'll see me, I start this game with no perks, no attachments, but whatever. It is what it is. It ends up being not too bad. So anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about something a little different. Something that happened to me this week. I received my second Twitter block. Yes, somebody else blocked me on Twitter, which always gives me a little chuckle. The first one was El Presador. I earned a block from him for just something silly. I explained that. You can go check out my video. Just search for El Snailador, and and you'll be able to find that. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. You can go check that out. But that was my first one. And my second one was from none other than the Chizbiz man himself. He blocked me again this week, and just made me want to do a commentary like right away. I was just like, this is crazy. I gotta talk to the people about this. And I've already talked to some of my boys about it just to make sure that I'm not crazy, you know. You kind of got to check yourself, you know, ask the people around you, am I the one in the wrong here, or like what's going on? But I'll give you a little backstory. So a while ago, everybody knows that people like to just get a rise on Twitter, you know, and it's kind of like bullshitting with your friends, you know. You're saying, you're kind of talking trash a little bit, ragging on each other, you know, like guys do. That's just something we do, right? Well, I was on Twitter, and Chizbiz is known for being short, right? People always give him stuff for that. And there was one day that I made a comment. You know, he's always making videos. I believe he drives like a van or something for work. So I made a video on there asking him like if he could reach the pedals in his rape van or something like that. Well, I wasn't aware that Chizbiz man got so offended by the use of the word rape. When I made a comment about a rape van, it set off some kind of trigger in him, right? Like he was like, "That's not funny." You know, that wouldn't be funny. He started saying like, "That wouldn't be funny if it happened to your daughter." You know, he was like, "I feel sorry for your daughter." I was just like, "Whoa, pump the brakes, buddy." You know, it's a joke, right? I'm not even joking about rape. I just describe, like, how else do you describe a van with no windows? And I was just like, easy, buddy. You know, I like the Chizbiz man. I still do to this day. I don't have anything against him, right? I think he's funny. I think I like, you know, some of his stuff. But I just think he's an entertaining character. But I treat him as I would any one of my boys. So I joke around with him, right? And so that's kind of set him off. Well, that's kind of the backstory. So this past week, I'm on Twitter, and I'm just scrolling through it. I kind of check it every once in a while. I don't get to live on there like some of these dudes, but I was checking it one day, and I noticed he was kind of making a comment. He was commenting about homeless people, and it was really weird because he was like, you know, saying stuff like, "I work hard for my money. You think I'm just gonna give it out? F you, GF, you know, GFY. Go fuck yourself." That's what that stands for. And he was saying stuff like that, and I was like, so I thought it'd be funny to say, like, you know, I made a comment back to him. I tweeted, "What if the reason the person is homeless is because they were tragically raped?" Which is a potential possibility, right? You could be raped, and then that could send you into a spiral of depression that causes you to lose your job and your family, and not, you know, maybe be addicted to some substance that leads to you being homeless, right? It's a very real possibility. Now, I said it jokingly because I know that he's so sensitive to the word rape. I figured he would be very sensitive to any victims of rape, right? So it's kind of like a play, like to say, it's just like, to me, it's a way of checking your morals, because I'm saying, how can you be so take this moral high ground by any and all use of the word rape, and then say that, you know, and then brag about not giving a cent, and not even 1 cent of your money to a homeless person. Like, F them. And I was just like, to me, it's just it's a backward system of morals, because as with anything, you know, rape is a horrible thing, right? I would never wish that upon anybody. I've known girls that have been raped. It's an awful thing, right? If you're a dude that rapes women, you deserve the worst that life has to offer. That's what you deserve to get, right? It's an awful, terrible thing. If you've been raped, I'm sorry. If, you know, like I said, whatever. It's a terrible thing. But I'm not even joking about, like, actually raping someone. I'm not saying, like, hey, I'm going to go rape your sister or whatever. Like, all I said was, it was just to make him think, like, you know, to kind of check your morals, because I don't understand them in my mind. I don't understand how you can be morally so strong about one point, but then when it comes to homeless people, like, yeah, F those guys. You know, if you've been raped, woe to you. But if you're, you know, if you're homeless, you're a little bit down on your luck, lost your job. To me, being homeless is awful. I can't imagine myself being homeless. I have such a support system of friends and family. Like, I don't even think I could ever be to the point where I had no place to stay. And, you know, outside of me being addicted to some, you know, crazy like meth or some substance that made people not want to take me into their house, right? I think that is sometimes the case. But just like, I can't imagine being so down on my luck that I didn't have a place to go, right? And it's an awful thing. But there's legitimately people out there that are just struggling in life. And it's an awful, terrible thing, just as awful as any rape victim. It's bad, right? When you have no place to live, and especially like in Michigan, it's cold. I mean, when you're struggling to stay warm and to eat, that's a bad thing. And it's just as bad as any rape. So morally, to me, it's like, you know, yes, rape is horrible. You know, we should take care of the rape victims. We should help them in any way we can. But we should also do that to homeless people, because that's a pretty horrible thing too. And it just made me like say, it's just like, check your morals, dude. I don't understand them. And I'm sorry that offends you. I know it was meant to be a joking comment, just to kind of say, like, I don't get where you're coming from. But anyway, so I earned myself another Twitter block, and it was just more evidence to me of how people love to pick and choose where they're going to take their stand in life. You know, this, I'm going to stand against this, but this I'm not going to care about or whatever. And to me, it's just like, dude, care about everybody, you know? Everybody that's hurting and suffering for whatever reason, like, we should love each other and care about those people. That's the key to life. That's what life's all about. Just love each other, you know? And so people that have been raped, people that are homeless, like, look out for one another, you know? Do unto others as you would do yourself. That's all I was getting at, and it was a joking way of saying that. Sorry I earned the Twitter block, and, you know, so be it. If that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Talk to you later.